We took the inexplicable step of engaging the parlor of a suite at Biltmore Hotel. The notion originated with Daisy's suggestion that we hire 5 bathrooms and take cold baths, and then assumed a more tangible form as a place to have a mint julep.
Who was it fainted at our wedding, Tom?
Biloxi.
Open another window?
There aren't any more.
Then telephone down for an axe.
You make the heat 10 times worse by crabbing about it.
Why not let her alone, old sport? It's your idea to come to town.
What is this old sport business? Where'd you pick that up?
Blocks Biloxi, and he made boxes. That's a fact. He was from Biloxi, Tennessee.
They carried him to my house. The church was just 2 doors down, and he stayed for 3 weeks till Daddy kicked him out. The day after he left, Daddy died. There was no connection. How did you know him, Tom?
He's a friend of Daisy's.
I never saw him before.
Well, he said he knew you.
Well, he told me he was president of your class at Yale.
Biloxi?
By the way, Mr. Gatsby, I understand you're an Oxford man.
Yeah, I went there.
Must have gone there about the same time Biloxi went to New Haven.
It was an opportunity they gave some of the officers after the armistice. We were allowed to choose from any of the universities in England or France. I went to Oxford for 5 months.
Open the whiskey, Tom, and I'll make you another mint julep. Then you won't seem so stupid to yourself.
I just want to ask Mr. Gatsby one more question.
Go on.
What kind of a row are you trying to cause in my house, anyhow?
You're causing a row. Please have a little self-control.
I suppose the latest thing is to let Mr. Nobody from Nowhere make love to your wife. Well, if that's the idea, you can count me out. I know I'm not very popular. I don't have big parties. I suppose you have to turn your house into a pigsty to have friends in the modern world.
I want to tell you something, old sport.
Oh, please don't. Why don't we all just go home?
That's a good idea. Come on, Tom.
I want to hear what Mr. Gatsby has to tell me.
Daisy doesn't love you. She's never loved you. She loves me.
You must be crazy.
The only reason she married you was because I was too poor and she was tired of waiting. It was a terrible mistake. But in her heart, she never loved anyone except me.
What's going on?
I just told you what's going on. It's been going on for 5 years and you didn't know.
5 years? I'll be damned if I see how you got within a mile of her unless you brought the groceries to the back door. Daisy loved me when she married me, and she loves me now.
No, she doesn't.
She does, though. Trouble is, sometimes she gets foolish ideas in her head and doesn't know what she's doing. And what's more, I love Daisy, too. Every once in a while, I go off on a spree and make a fool of myself. But I always come back. And in my heart, I love her all the time.
You're revolting. Do you know why we left Chicago? I'm surprised they didn't treat you to the story of that little spree.
That doesn't matter anymore. It's in the past. Just tell him the truth. That you never loved him, and it's all wiped out forever. Go on.
I never loved him.
Not a Capiolani?
No.
Not that day I carried you down from the punch bowl to keep your shoes dry? Or the day Pammy was born? Daisy?
Please don't. There, Jay. Oh, you want too much? I love you now, isn't that enough? I can't help what's past. I did love him once, but I loved you too.
You love me too.
Even that's a lie. She didn't know you were alive. There are things between Daisy and me that you'll never know. Things that neither of us can ever forget.
I want to talk to Daisy alone.
But even alone, I can't say I never loved him. That just wouldn't be true.
Of course it wouldn't.
As if it mattered to you.
Of course it matters. I'm going to take better care of you from now on.
No, you don't understand. You're not going to take care of her anymore.
I'm not. Why's that?
Daisy's leaving you.
I am.
She's not leaving me. Certainly not for a common swindler who would have to steal the ring he put on her finger.
Oh, please, let's get out of here.
Who are you, anyhow? You're one of that bunch that hangs around with Meyer Wolfsheim. That much I know. I made a little investigation. I'll carry it further tomorrow.
Suit yourself about that, old sport.
I found out what your drugstores were. He and this Wolfsheim bought up a lot of side street drugstores and sold grain alcohol over the counter.
So what about it? I guess your friend Walter Chase wasn't too proud to come in on it.
And you left him in the lurch, didn't you? You let him go to jail for a month over in New Jersey. God, you ought to hear Walter on the subject of you.
Oh, he was glad to get his hands on the money, old sport, to pay off what he'd embezzled from the bank.
Don't you call me old sport. That drugstore business was small change. You got something on now. Something Walter's afraid to tell me about. Something about bonds?
Please, Tom. I can't stand it anymore.
You two start home in Mr. Gatsby's car. Go on. He won't annoy you. He realizes his little flirtation is over.